According to Howard Gardner, what we want is for students to get more interested in things, more involved in them, more engaged in wanting to know, to have projects that they can get excited about and work on over a long period of time, to be stimulated to find things out on their own. Coming up with the big idea for my CBR, I came up with 3 essential questions. The first essential question deals with how will technology motivate my students in math? The second question that I came up with is what technology is considered useful for math? And then lastly, how will using technology transpire to learning? After coming up with those essential questions, I did some research, read a bunch of different literature reviews, and according to Alamare 2009, students value computers, multimedia, and computer activities much greater than the traditional way of learning through lecture and taking notes. According to Thaler 2010, computers used inside the classroom increase engagement. Also, according to Murphy 2007, students who use computers became more motivated and worked smarter while doing classroom assignments. Musa states in 2008 literature review that students become instantly engaged when the use of laptops are available in the classroom. After reviewing those literature reviews and thinking about my essential questions, it led me to develop phase 1 of my CBR. Phase 1 consists of Galandri's mathclass.wikispaces.com, which is a Wikispace page that is online so the students can access it. It has all the essential materials that a student will need in and outside the classroom, from PowerPoints to the slides to the guided practices. It also lists the homework assignment, the pages, and even a copy of the homework assignment pages. It also has different worksheets that are available to each of the students that we do for classwork, homework. The teacher-student resource is a valuable part of this, where the students can access the textbook, they can access lessons and tutorial videos that consist of each lesson that they're working on, so they can listen to me, then go back and see what somebody else is saying, another voice. They also have some fun videos, inspirational ones from like Steve Jobs, and then I put some pertinent information like the multiplication table and practice multiplication worksheets. So that was phase 1. Lead me to phase 2, where after Dr. Dan's class, Dr. Dan Siegel, we decided that phase 2, I would make a game, a math funds game, where the kids can interact and be part of a fun environment where they could use math as a tool to play the game as a tool to learn math, to work together. So we made this game where there's all these different levels and they have to shoot a ball, some form of ball or some form of object into the garbage can in order to earn points. Then we developed where they have to answer the questions in order to take the shot, and as they took the shot, they earned points towards free homework assignments. Here they are, rock, paper, scissors. We used the active board to put the chapter review. They got to look at the chapter review. I'd give them a question. They had to answer it together, collaboratively working, which created camaraderie with the kids. They started having fun. They worked together very well. answering math problems. And what I found out in this was the kids were having more fun, they were engaged, they were motivated, and they actually did a lot better on their unit test. The scores increased by about 15%, which is a plus. Kids, when they're interacting and having fun and they're just enjoying themselves, they're learning. So making this game was an essential part of figuring out what to do in for phase 3. So these kids really enjoyed this phase 2 part of my CBR. And then Benjamin Zanders says, I have a definition of success. For me, it's very simple. It's not about wealth and fame and power. It's about how many shining eyes I have around me. And I feel that this was very essential part of phase 2. I had a lot of shining eyes. So phase 3, my potential phase 3 is the Khan Academy. We're implementing the Khan Academy, which is a web-based math website where kids can work on lessons that they are deficient at. And it's got a map right there where it shows you every lesson, where you've been, where you're going. It gives you the lesson. If you need help, there's a hint button, and there's tutorial videos and whatnot that accompany this. One great thing about Khan Academy is that it records data for everything. So what I want to do is use computer technology along with the Khan Academy to increase engagement and motivate my students. I want to decrease the learning gap while students are achieving academic success. So my plan is to incorporate the Khan Academy into my everyday lesson. This will increase engagement with the students. We will have some valuable data where we can find out where they're deficient. The data that's created by the Khan Academy, we can sit back and we can evaluate each and every student where their weaknesses are and work on their weaknesses to get them where they need to go to move them forward. The great thing about the Khan Academy, there's over 2,700 tutorial videos and counting. And anyways, the Khan Academy is just potential phase 3. Thank you very much. That was my CBR.
That's just the way it goes. Math is really cool now, where I wanna stay in school now. Math is fun, so I sing this song. 8 times 8 fell on the floor. You picked it up and it was 64. 8 times 8 fell on the floor. You picked it up and it was 64.